Meri Brown just exposed the one document that could have erased her voice forever. And according to her, Kody and Robyn were the ones pushing it. Tonight, we uncover the NDA, the backdoor deals, and the betrayal that shattered the Brown family for good. Sister wives Meri Brown alleges Kody Brown and Robyn Brown asked her to sign a confidentiality agreement. Years after sister wives Kody Brown said his love was meant to be multiplied, his family has never been more divided. On the series' November 16 episode, ex-Meri Brown alleged he tried to silence her. Before sister wives Kody Brown could sell Coyote Pass, the 14-acre piece of land he once owned with wife Robyn Brown and exes Meri Brown, Janelle Brown and Christine Brown, things got a bit hairy. With the Flagstaff, Aries property split into separate parcels, all owned by separate members of the family, I think the issue was getting our names put on the appropriate pieces of properties, Meri explained during the November 16 episode of the long-running TLC series. There was a lot of conversation surrounding that and I don't know why it couldn't just be signed on. Her former spouse posited one theory. Ahead of the April sale, we got a written offer, the father of 18 explained. But we were still in the middle of the paperwork to reassign all the property to make the four of us equal owners. Signing on the dotted line slowed down, significantly, the 56-year-old added, because there was too much to agree on, and we were going back and forth through lawyers. His first wife doesn't necessarily agree with that take, but she can't say much more. He's putting the whole King thing on me that I slowed it down, that I'm the problem, she detailed angrily. But it had to do with the fact that they were trying to get me to sign a confidentiality agreement that I was not willing to agree to. Why do you want me to sign a confidentiality agreement? Why are you trying to silence me? While Kody remained quiet on any talk of a non-disclosure agreement, he did acknowledge there was some side chatter between him and second wife Janelle. After we took the offer, Janelle was worried about losing the buyer, he explained. And so Janelle's, pushing me to either comply completely with what Meri's wishes were or force the sale. I got in this place where I was, backdoor deal almost with Janelle. And the 56-year-old mom of 6 admits she didn't fully shut Kody out. Kody said, well, I could sell it without Meri's consent, Janelle recounted. And I'm well, you could. Which, he could. He could sell it. And had he followed through on that metaphorical knife to Meri's kidneys and the NDA, the 54-year-old would have been fully silenced. King breaks my heart that it has come to this, she shared. I didn't think that these people would try to do this to me. Was there not any parts of us that were human? Her former spouse posited one theory. While Kody remained quiet on any talk of a non-disclosure agreement, he did acknowledge there was some side chatter between him and second wife Janelle. After we took the offer, Janelle was worried about losing the buyer, he explained. And so Janelle's, pushing me to either comply completely with what Meri's wishes were or force the sale. I got in this place where I was, backdoor deal almost with Janelle. Cher's son is probably the most handsome man in the world. To hear Kody tell it, that was the same question Robyn asked. When his sole remaining wife learned about his underhanded plan, he detailed, she looks at me like, who are you? You're the man that I met and fell in love with. That said, if one of his wives left him, he'd buy her a house down the street to keep his kids close to him. And you'd be so generous with her. Where are you? Added Kody. Boy, nothing like the woman you love making you say to yourself, well, it's time for me to become a better man. And that path forward started with moving a metaphorical mountain. I was like, this is bulls, Robyn said of her response to Kody's side deal. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not selling this land until everything is perfectly fair and we do this the right way. Sorry, I'll be the big fat rock in the way. Even with that show of support, though, her relationship with one-time bestie Meri has hit rock bottom. I feel like if Robyn and I were to have a friendship again, it would have to start at the very beginning, Meri said of their decimated relationship. Because she is loyal to Kody, as she should be. I am not. And we'd have to have some really hard conversations. There's not trust with me and Robyn. There's not. It's just one hard truth she and her co-stars have shared on Sister Wives' 20th season. Keep reading for more revelations. Now I am uncover. Janelle Brown is considering a spiritual divorce from ex-Kody Brown. Never legally entwined to Kody during their 29-year marriage, I had sort of thought about a spiritual divorce a long time ago and didn't even realize it was an option, the patriarch's second wife detailed on the September 28 premiere. And so when Meri got one, I'm like, oh, hey, Meri, who do I call? And her former sister wife, who was granted a spiritual release from their former church on the grounds of abandonment, was more than happy to fill in some blanks. Said Janelle, she has been kind of helping me get in touch with everybody. Now I am uncover. Madison Brush would like to reconcile with Dad Kody Brown. Madison Brush is still working through the sins of her father. Amid her ongoing estrangement from Dad Kody, Madison, the second oldest of his and Janelle's 6 kids, admitted on the September 28 episode that she's still struggling with the separation. You want your dad to show up, the mother of 4 shared in a confessional alongside husband Caleb Brush. You want reconciliation. I know I played a part and I'm angry because I'm still trying to learn to not be disappointed. It's a lesson she's struggling to master. I'm still learning how to just see him for who he is, she noted. I'm trying to understand that maybe he didn't know how to show up. He might be hurting. He also might not be willing to cede too much ground. Kody stressed his desire to have healing with Meri, Janelle, third wife Christine Brown and their children, explaining, I think we're in an impasse here because this healing can only happen on their terms only. Now I am uncover. Kody Brown has this concern about his sex life with wife Robyn Brown. To hear Kody's fourth and sole remaining wife Robyn Brown tell it, she always wanted the family, not just the man. I had marriage proposals, she revealed on the September 28 episode. Not necessarily an on bended knee situation, she noted, just, different men at different times said, you know, I'd marry you in heartbeat. Her response never wavered. I was just like, well, I plan to live a plural marriage. And had Kody been single when he pursued her, rather than a devoted family man with 3 wives, I would have said the same thing to you. But now that they find themselves as unintentional monogamists, asserted Kody, it's you and me, baby. Though he admittedly had one concern. There's something I want maybe more than you do, Kody told Robyn, alluding to their sex life. The way he saw it, Kody continued in a confessional, a polygamist is getting more than he wants and a monogamist isn't getting enough. Now I am uncover. Meri Brown reveals an ex broke up with her over her polygamous past. Throwing herself into dating, Meri knows precisely what she's looking for in a man. In addition to a tall guy, Super important for me is to find somebody who wants to travel with me, the avid road tripper explained in the October 5th episode. And also must not have cats. Must love dogs. And she definitely needs someone who won't scare easily. There was a guy that I was talking to, she detailed of one of her more troubling dating adventures. Once he discovered she was a polygamist, he was like, I can't continue talking to you. This is not something that I'm even interested in or open to, she shared. And it was very hurtful to me. Because I was a polygamist, you're not interested in pursuing a relationship with me. For Meri, she continued, it was like my first real big realization that that's going to inhibit some people from even wanting to start talking to me. Now I am uncover. Janelle Brown thinks no one else really wanted to live on Coyote Pass. Janelle is convinced she was the only member of her sprawling fam who truly wanted to land on Coyote Pass. Discussing the family's standoff over the 14-acre property they purchased ahead of their 2018 move to Flagstaff, alleges, Janelle admitted on the October 3rd episode, I'm not actually sure I ever had the dream of us all being out on Coyote Pass. Because while Kody's second wife could imagine herself settling out there, it's a beautiful piece of property, why not? She alleged that it was more of a passing phase for her ex and his other brides. Nobody really wanted to live out there, she said, adding that Christine definitely didn't and Meri would have obliged, if everybody else had done it. As for Kody and Robyn, they had a house that was pretty much there without being there on the property, Janelle surmised of the 2-acre, 5-bedroom spread they have since sold for $1.7 million. So as much as they all howled over the land they initially split into 4 separate parcels, said Janelle, I just could see very soon after we moved to Flagstaff that that was not going to be a thing. Now I am uncover. Christine Brown says Kody Brown sometimes called her by the wrong name. Kody was quite careful not to call his wives every name in the book. Kody would rarely slip up and call us the wrong name, Christine insisted in the November 2nd episode. There's certain moments you don't want to hear another woman's name. You know those moments that I'm talking about. Never happened, though there were some close calls. I would catch myself a lot, Kody admitted. And I've certainly done it. I had a way of starting it sometimes and then pivoting. Stay tuned for the latest news.